What is up? What is up? What is up? Let's go. Um, Hopefully you guys had a good day yesterday. uh, mm, so. I put a ticket over there in the community section. That went 3 for 5. Big shout out to Sengun. He got that for me. I took his over 8.5 rebounds, and then I sprinkled something on his double double. He ended up getting falling short of the double double. He had 9 rebounds. So I'm glad I just didn't stop. I knew he'd hit the points. I'm glad I didn't just stop at the. I'm glad I didn't just stop at the double double. I took that 9 rebounds. Then I took the double double. So I ended up uh, profiting a little bit off of that one. Overall, I mean, it is what it is. Let me get a screen up here. 4 games today, man. Make sure you guys take advantage of the what is that? The TNT Tuesday deal. Um, I've been getting. Oh, then you got the Thursday night. So you got the TNT no sweat promo there for FanDuel. I don't know what they have on DraftKings. I have to go back and look, but make sure you guys take advantage of that. And then the football. You guys already know. All right. So I'll be doing that plus 400. I don't know. Maybe I might get greedy and do a plus 1,000 or something. But man, today is not a day that I mean, it's always a great day when we got basketball, but today is not a day that I was able to super nail down anything that just means don't be greedy. And that means, I mean, that's exactly what that means. Just, take it easy. Now, however, um, let's jump into the Chicago Bulls and Brooklyn Nets game here. It's a back-to-back for the Brooklyn Nets. We got 230 over under in this spot here. Brooklyn Nets are the favorites here. And I'm back and forth. I'm back and forth. I'm back and forth with this game. Uh, yeah, I'm back and forth. Been back and forth with this game, man. I don't know who's gonna win this game as of right now. Most of the time, my leans come out later in the day for these games. But I haven't been picking a lot of sides, man. I have been picking my spots when I think it's appropriate, and I might do player performance doubles and things like that. But for the most part, I've just been sticking out with the props. I haven't looked at DraftKings today. I haven't been able to bounce over to the other two books, but right now, looking at the rebound, 3-point prop here, it's always going to be a play for Kyrie Irving. Right now, it's going to be juiced up. It'll be at 3.5 in a minute. If you want to take this as a parlay piece, be my guest. He's just been, he's got double-digit 3-point attempts in every game except for three. Those double-digit 3-point attempts 11, 12, 14, and 13. So he clearly wants to knock down the three ball. We go through this every day. He's hit 4 threes or better in each and every last one of his last 3 games. So the three ball is in play for me for at 2.5. I'd imagine it'll stick here on Prize. Oh, it's not up on PrizePicks. I thought PrizePicks had it out. Um, next play. Next play I got interest in is um, you know, Zach LaVine, his rebounds and assists, not a play that I was looking at, but any given time he's gonna hit this. He's gonna hit this more often than not. He just doesn't have his rhythm up under him and stuff like that, missing games and stuff like that. But keep an eye on that number. Keep an eye out on that number. Okay, keep an eye out on that number. Rebounds and assists at over 8.5. Keep an eye out on that number. All right. Ben Simmons. I really want to jump on this rebounds and assists at 14.5. So I have a strong lean towards the over in this spot here. I just need to know what's up with the injury situations. Well, we know Drummond is out. So we know that. Curry is out. So with those guys, I forgot Drummond was out. That's definitely in play. All right, the 14 and a half rebounds and assists, that's definitely in play. I mean, for Ben Simmons here at 14 and a half, um, I probably can't be talked off of that. Okay, I can't be talked off that. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so now it's clear. Yeah, it's very clear now. Yeah, it's very clear. So, um, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in. I need to lock that in fast. I forgot all about the Drummond news until I just looked at it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in now. The over 14 and a half points and rebounds and assists. Is that rebounds and assists? Yeah, rebounds and assists for Ben Simmons, unless what is his points and rebounds at? 15 and a half points and rebounds, 15 and a half. Shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a stab at that, man. It is what it is. Nikola Vucevic and down low, he will grab rebounds, but you can also grab rebounds on him. So somebody like Claxton, his rebound prop is in play. Even if you want to alter it, I think his rebound prop is at 9.5. The books know he can get there. All right. So as long as Claxton doesn't get in foul trouble, his rebound prop is sitting at 8.5. He has hit this number. He has hit this number in his last two games, man. 4 times on the year in his last two games. Uh, he's had 8 rebounds or better in every game except for two, and that was a 6 and a 7. So I definitely like that. So now things are starting to shape up. Like Vucevic, I can see him hitting the over 11.5. I know it's a lot of rebounds, but I can see him hitting the over 11.5. So that's bringing me to the fact that it's a possibility that this game is shaping up to be a pretty decent same game parlay, even if I'm using peripherals, because you got guys like DeMar DeRozan who's out there rebounding as well. Okay, so um, I mean, well, he's dropping, he's doing better in assist category than rebounds, but yeah, you get my drift. So same game parlay is starting to shape up really, 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 really good now. Like I said, if I had to take one prop over, it's probably going to either be the 11.5. It's probably going to be Nick Claxton rebounds, Nikola Vucevic rebounds, and the threes for Kyrie Irving, and I also like the combo for the combo the combo for rebounds and assists, and for Ben Simmons at 14.5 and minus 128. All right, let me keep it moving, okay? Next game on the docket, we have. Let me write that down. Golden State Warriors at Miami Heat, man. Golden State Warriors going on the road. 226.5 over under in this spot here. It's a pick 'em. Uh, right off the bat, um, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know I went to Kyle Lowry. I know I went to Kyle Lowry a few games in a row, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, that's the assist category. So his assist prop is going to be coming out at 5.5. I like the pace of this matchup again. So last time out they played against this team. I think he had 6 or 7 assists. He had 8 assists, and prior to that game, he had 6 assists versus Portland. I feel like Portland hadn't played in forever. Then he had 5 assists against Sacramento. So his last 3 games, he's 2 or 3 to this number. Assist prop for him is sitting at 5.5, juiced up minus 142. So as of right now, it's starting to come out to be something like a parlay piece because it's pretty juiced up. Unless you put something with it, but I got some interest to the over as anywhere it goes. Okay. Jimmy Butler. All right, Jimmy Butler. I'm looking at his player combos. Okay, his player combo. I think it was 12.5 rebounds and assists there. He's somebody who 11.5. All right. So I like the 11.5 rebounds and assists for Jimmy Butler. He's somebody who can go out there and stuff the stat sheet. He's hit this number versus this team once, I want to say. And yeah, so he's hit this number. What was it? 12, 11 and a half. One, two. He's hit this number all in every game except for two, and then three. He missed one on the hook. So I can't, 11 and a half. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. Andrew Wiggins, rebounds and assists. We've been riding it. We've been riding it. We riding it. He hasn't hit. He didn't hit this. He didn't hit this number last game. But he hit this number frequently. I mean, his last 4 games, he's hit this number 3 out of his last 4 games, and including a game versus Miami. So let me see. He's hit this game 1, 2. Oh, he's hit this number in every game except for 2. So I got some interest there. All right. Don't forget you can alter these. You can alter these. So that's awesome there when you're able to alter them. You know what I'm saying? So this is looking like a game that I, be doing a nice little same game parlay for. So somehow I'm gonna end up, putting together my plus 400 throughout these 2 games. That Bulls game and this game look like I could probably get there for that same game parlay, same game parlay plus. If I had to pick a side here, it would be Golden State Warriors. The usual suspects, the Currys and everybody, you all know the drill with them. I don't have to talk about them. Bam Adebayo could be an interesting pick today, but I'm not gonna go deep dive into that. I just want to get through this video. Next game on the docket we're gonna talk about is Orlando Magic and Oklahoma City Thunder. We got 216.5 in this spot here. Neither one of these teams are high scoring teams now. That's one thing. So we got 216 over under. Now we got to keep an eye out on the injury news or whatever the case may be. Totals might be in play, man. The under might be in play in this spot. Sometimes when I look at the totals and stuff like that, sometimes when I look at the totals and stuff like that, I will go towards the total parlays, line total parlays, however you want to look at it. So right now, I'll probably start off with the 4. We got a 211 there. We got a 219.5 over under right here, and then we have a 213.5 over under. At some point of the day, I'll be looking forward to probably taking a stab at that 220 over under, but I don't know which way I want to roll with it. I mean, either one is plus money. Okay, so like I could go with the Orlando Magic plus 7.5 under 219.5. That motherfucker look kind of juicy, kind of sexy. I mean, we'll see. I'll see. That one there kind of stood out to me. I just need to see who's in and out. Suggs looks like he's questionable, but we'll see. However, not too much interested in any of the. I got some parlay pieces here. So looking at Lou Dort, his 3-point prop, parlay piece here. Okay, so they just dropped. You see those guys just fold in there right before our eyes. They just dropped the Miami players. I mean the Orlando players. So right now, I didn't look into the Orlando players to tell you the truth, but it's a parlay piece. I mean the 2 threes for losing Dort. He's been awful from behind the arc. He's just been hitting like one. I think he got 2 threes on the year. One game with 2 threes. So I mean, it is what it is. But 2 threes is not out of the realm of possibilities for him. If you want to get to that in the parlay piece, the over, that's the only way I can look. So be my guest on that one. At the end, you get a guy like SGA. The usage is monstrous for this guy. Over 20 shots probably in every single game. So his point prop just flipped to 28.5. You see that right before our eyes. So, his point prop is not out of the realm of possibilities. It's always going to be in play here. So we know we do have some trees out there and, yada, yada, yada. All right, so where's the rebound prop? Okay, Wendell Carter, I got to take it. I'm gonna take the 9.5. I'm gonna take the 9.5 rebounds. Okay, in this spot here, give me the 9.5 rebounds. I know it's gonna be a pace down matchup here. Both teams are probably gonna be out there playing slow. I'll take the 9.5 rebounds. And the double double probably doesn't have any value on it, but I will see right here. A plus 100 for a double double for Wendell Carter. Sign me up, man. Sprinkle something on it. Nothing that's gonna hurt me. Sign me up. I'll get that at a plus 100. I'll take that all day long. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. Let's see. Yeah, so it's been 3 games. He hasn't had a double double. He hasn't been, but he had 9 rebounds, 5 rebounds, and 8 rebounds. But Dallas, Charlotte, and Cleveland. So this Oklahoma City team is in the bottom half of rebounding. So it is what it is with that spot there. I gotta take that. I'll take that. All right. I'll just keep it moving. I ain't got too much to talk about. Your Pablo Rancheros and your friends. Those guys are in play. But Wendell Carter is always on my radar for the double double. Last but not least, we got Minnesota Timberwolves here. We got a 227.5 over under in this spot. Phoenix Suns favored by 3.5. Excuse me, at home, and I would say rightfully so. This Phoenix Suns team is a little bit deeper. So if I'm betting this game, it's only going to be the Phoenix Suns for me. As far as props in this one here, I'll have some interest in the 3 ball, especially for somebody like Cameron Johnson. You'll get 2.5 threes for plus money. He is a guy that has 5-3 upside. He's hit this number in a few games this year. I know he sat 1 or 2 games out, but let me see. Last game he went 5 for 11 for 3. So he's 50% to this number on the season. So he's hit 3 threes or better in 3 games, 3 out of his 6 games. Looking forward to him taking 11 threes like he did last game. That'll be cool. Of course, it was versus Houston, but Chris Paul's a double-double candidate. His assists are always in play. You're going to get those at 10.5 right now for plus 1.8. He had a 15-assist game against Houston last time out, so you don't need me to talk you into or tell you about a 3 assist prop here. Now we will be without Andre Ayton, so we'll have Bismack Biyombo. Bismack Biyombo, he's an undersized guy, but he's really, really good at rebounding and things of that nature. He had 13 rebounds versus New Orleans Pelicans. He's not on the books right now, but at some point he would be. Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russells. These guys are, these guys here are man. They hit or miss. But one play that I'm really, really looking at here is going to be the player combos. Okay. It's flew under the radar for me for a while, but going back to it here, Karl Anthony Towns, just 12.5 rebounds and assists. I got a strong interest in that. So he's hit this number. Let's see, 12.5. He's hit this number 1, 2. So he's hit this number in every game except for 2 games. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's 5-2 to this number. Rebounds and assists. He had 4 assists or better in every game this year except for 1. And the rebound totals has been pretty decent. 8 rebounds or better in every game except for 2. So this team is not that big without DeAndre Ayton. I can see instances. Of course they can get him on the block and they can run plays through Karl Anthony Towns, and Karl Anthony Towns is taking a decent amount of threes. I think he's taking about 6 threes a game. So his 3-point prop can be a play as well. Okay. So his 3-point prop is sitting at probably 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 or plus 144. Um, so he's hit this number 2 out of his last 3 games. So that's something that you can look at there. Even at a parlay piece, bringing it down to 2 threes for him is not out of the realm of possibilities. You could even get 2 threes for Booker, Johnson, and Anthony Towns and get it to plus money. All right. But it is what it is. With that being said, guys, if I had to pick a side in this one, it would probably be Phoenix in this spot here. But keep an eye on the community section. I will drop something there. And peace out, guys. Peace.